Yo, what's going on, hungry people? With your boy, Michael Patrick Buckley, back here on the Hungry People podcast. Today is New Year's Eve. If you're listening to this, it's not New Year's Eve. We're in 2023. Look how fast it came. Blink of an eye. Blink of an eye, and it's here. It really is just wild to think about how fast this life is going. Do you believe in another life after this? Like personally, I don't think we just come here and then we just die. Like we slave away our whole lives and then die. And that's it. I don't know. Some people think that, but I, for some reason, believe that there's something else after this. I don't know what it is, but I believe it. It doesn't make any sense, this world, if that's like what we're here to do. Here to come in and just work our whole lives and then die. Pretty crazy, right? Let me drink to that. Mm, hungry people. Wow, what a time it was. We had some drama during the middle of the year here. AG and I do a bunch of episodes on why people go vegan, and then boom, AJ pops off. Uh, a lot of highlights of the year, a lot of good, definitely way more good than bad. It's um, it's been such a fun time. I've learned so much. Um, it's not like it's sad because life just keeps going, but 2022 was definitely a hell of a year. Really hell of a year. And I hope that you can say the same. I guess a quick recap from last week's episode. I did one on the vegan agenda. I actually saw plant-based jerky in stores the other day. That's pretty cool. It's cool to see that. Can't believe that the vegan agenda is really pushing through hard there. It's crazy to see, man. Can't believe anyone would buy that. You know, you're better off buying the slaughterhouse beef jerky, the factory farmed beef jerky. Oh no, it's grass fed. My bad. Sorry. Big difference. No, there definitely is a difference. But yeah, my whole thoughts with the whole vegan agenda stuff is, I mean, if you really think there's a vegan agenda, then you're just you're out of your mind, in my opinion. So I'll leave it at that. You can listen to the episode. There's still a lot of stuff that I didn't even touch on in there. Like that's what happens with a lot of these episodes is I talk and then I'm like, gosh damn it. I forgot to say this. I forgot to say that. I didn't say this. It's just something that's hard, man. It's hard to I really have to like write everything down and make sure that I get these points across. Um so yeah. But today I'm just gonna talk about myself and my veganism coming up in 5 years. So it's my vegan anniversary or however you say it, vegan anniversary. I don't know what you say it, but um yeah, that'll be 5 years tomorrow. The first back in 2017, I guess it was. I watched a documentary called What the Health. I didn't even watch the whole documentary. I came in halfway. My parents were watching it. And I sat down and I'm seeing like people, you know, they're getting off all their medication, going on plant-based diets, and guys are like getting stronger on plant-based diets and stuff. And it was cool to me. I saw someone they put up on the screen, oh, if you eat this much white rice and this much broccoli, you'll get as much protein as you would if you would eat this, you know. And I thought in my head, usually when you eat chicken or meat or whatever, it's usually covered in some kind of sauce. I could just put that sauce on the rice and broccoli, and it should pretty much taste similar, and I would pretty much get what I need, right? That's actually what I thought when I was watching that. Um, and then I did it. My mom sort of kind of convinced me because she was like, "Oh, my doctor says that a lot of her healthiest patients are vegans and this and that," and um, she's not vegan, my mom at all. It's, but yeah, like during that time, she was like, she kind of convinced me. But yeah, so I did it, and I don't regret doing it, but I should have waited. I should not have like full forcedly done it, if I'm being honest. And I made a big. I don't want to say I made a big mistake, but I definitely made a mistake. And that was right in the middle, or right before a baseball season started, my senior year, and I shouldn't have done it. I should have waited until after the season. And I don't want to say that I should have. Um, I mean, I think it's easy to say that now, but I really do mean that. Um, and I would have rather slowly work my way into it instead of just doing it pretty much cold turkey, which I think that's like in a testament to myself and my discipline. But I shouldn't have done what I've done in any form or fashion. I don't think that my way of eating and how I ate impacted my results on the baseball field. I actually hit the hardest ball of my life as a vegan, and I swear it was the hardest ball I've ever hit. But if I had to go back and you know eat differently, I would wonder if that would have impacted my play or anything. Um, I don't think so. Because even recently, when I would play the past couple years, like I hit the shit out of the ball 2 years ago when I played. Hit the shit out of it. I know it's just like adult league baseball, it doesn't really matter, but um, hmm. This is apple and orange juice. It's okay. But yeah, so I definitely would not have done that. And I know it sounds crazy to hear this, but even 5 years into this, just from what I've seen from a lot of people on the internet here, and what I've learned, I don't think myself I would even recommend anyone to go vegan. I know it sounds crazy to hear. I think it takes a lot of conscientiousness, stability. Um, you really just have to be on point. You really have to know exactly what you're getting. You really have to be cognizant of what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, and how much you're putting. Because, oh man, it's just sad. Like the shit that I see online here of what like people are eating, and they're like, "Oh, I was vegan for 10 years and I felt like shit and I looked like shit," and it's like, no shit. Look what you were eating. Look what you were doing with your life. I even saw a video yesterday of some girl who was like, registered dietitian. I did veganism for 10 years. And I mean, I will say she didn't look good at all. But I really would question what she was eating and what she was doing. Um, because I have some damn good results. I will tell you that right now. I was looking at myself after the gym yesterday and I'm like, holy fuck, dude. I don't think I've ever been like this like toned up and ripped. I have been in the past, but and I'm not saying that I couldn't get that way as a meat eater. It'd probably be easier actually if I was, or an omnivore, you could say. But I mean, I've proven that you can do that eating plants and only plants. So, but that's the thing is like, I don't want to come here and think that I have to prove anything because I don't. And I got to let go of that. Like, I have nothing to prove. Even though I want to, post videos and stuff and be like, deficient vegan does this many push-ups, but then I'm just asking for shit, and I don't want to ask for shit. I'd rather just be me and just, post what I post. So, but yeah, so 5 years vegan. But I think it's fucking bullshit to even say that because I had honey like it's been like probably 3.5 years since I've had it, but I had honey during that time. I've accidentally eaten stuff with milk and butter in it, potentially eggs. I don't know. So am I a vegan? Are you gonna come at me because I accidentally did that? Um, we want to put these labels on ourselves, and I do it too, and it's honestly just the most annoying thing ever. It sucks. It's not fun. It makes life restrictive. Um, it's not enjoyable. But so I learned a lot during these 5 years. Way too much to put on paper here, on paper and video here. There's been a lot of hardships too. And I kind of want to talk about some of that. Um, it is funny because people they they're so worried about protein. Protein, protein, protein. Where do you get protein from? Protein this, protein that. And there's two sides of it. You have like the raw vegans who say, look, you can get enough protein eating raw. You don't even have to worry about it, this and that. And then they look fucking malnourished and they have no muscle mass. They have no athletic skills whatsoever. And it's just stupid. I mean, is it stupid? I don't know, but it's just ignorant. That's what it is. And I think there are a lot of vegans out there who should prioritize protein and really focus on getting in nuts and seeds and tofu and beans and plant-based or protein pastas and stuff like that. Like I do think it is important, especially for muscle building and satiation and actually being satisfied with your meals and not just like eating rice only and thinking that you're going to get full off that. Because the thing with the protein is like you can eat less volume food and still get enough food in you and still get enough nutrition in you. And you don't have to eat these crazy, huge, big meals. And that's like what I've been, I mean, not like doing it on purpose, but I have been trying to eat less volume meals, but more calorie dense foods. And I feel good. Like I've needed more protein and fat and not even like that much more, just like a little bit more. And I feel like I'm drinking fucking sugar right now. I'm drinking sugar juice in the morning. I have a meal today. It's mashed bananas, frozen blueberries, pistachios and pecans all mixed up. And the majority of that is still carbs. But even getting those nuts in there, it makes the biggest difference. And it gives it an added flavor and an added crunch. So yeah, it's both sides. Like both sides of it's just sad, all the people who say, where did you get your protein from? Just stop. All the vegans who say, oh, protein. I don't got to worry about protein. I get enough of this. Just stop. you know? I mean, I I kind of want to even do it myself, because it is true, sort of. Like if you eat enough food, you should get enough protein. But if your results, are to build muscle and gain strength, I think protein's important. So, what else did I learn? Don't ever do a fucking juice fast, like longer than 5 days. Gosh, can't believe I did that. I really think it fucked me up big time. Really did. Sucks. But hey, we're here now. Learning lesson. And I feel like I'm still, you know, like trying to get over that time of my life. And that was like what, 3 years ago? And I'm still working through shit like that. Like you could even say recovering from a juice fast still. Like I still think I'm recovering from it. It sucks. But it's I want to sit here and list off a lot of positives, but I don't know why. For some reason, it's almost like there's more downsides of it than positives. And, it's like you want something, but you have to travel an extra 20 minutes to get what you want. You want something, you got to spend an extra $5 to $10 to make it vegan, the plant-based one. You go to a restaurant and you're spending more money for a plant burger than versus a dead animal burger. I go to a restaurant, I just get bombarded from my friends. Oh, he's vegan. He's vegan. Oh. I go to a restaurant, I can only eat one fucking item on the menu. I can't go to a restaurant and be like, oh, I can eat whatever I want here, unless it's a vegan restaurant, because I can't do that. I legit you have limited options. It is annoying. It's really annoying. And I'm just honestly, I'm fed up with it. That's just my honest opinion, or that's my honest take on it. Like it's every day. It's everywhere I go, you know? But how do you stop it? How? It sucks. But I'm still here and I'm still doing it. I'm still getting after it, you know? Um, like even the shit they put in some of these foods, it's like, what the heck, dude? Like, why? Like, why are you putting that in here? It doesn't need that. I even saw like some ingredient list the other. There was egg powder and something. Like, what do you like? What's that doing for that? Not like you're just putting it in there for no reason, just to make it not vegan, so that people who are vegan can't eat it. There's milk and everything. There's butter and everything. I mean, I go to a restaurant, I can't even have bread and butter because you'll never find the vegan butter at a restaurant ever. But hey, there's tons and tons of actual butter. Can't have it though because I'm fucking vegan, It's annoying. Um Everyone else is eating it but me, you know. I actually wanted to do an episode on appeal to futility fallacy. I have a friend who I went to college with, played baseball with, and every time I see him, he's like, he said the same thing every time. Dude, like, I give you a lot of credit for doing what you do, man. Like, I really respect your veganism, but me, if I change, it's not going to do anything for the animals. It's not going to change anything. So I just keep doing what I'm doing. And that right there is appeal to futility fallacy, saying that because you don't change, no one else is going to change. So why even change? Just keep doing what you're doing. And that's where a lot of it is. And a lot of these families, they're built up on animal products, simple as that. And they just don't change. That's all they know. That's all they know. and it is what it is. But there's a vegan agenda out there. Just remember that. There's a vegan agenda out there. So, I mean, uh, vegan 5 years, right? Or whatever you want to call it. I guess I'm not vegan if I've accidentally had butter or something in something. So I'm not vegan, but um, I mean, my best friends. Like this is where it's funny, you know. Like they haven't done one thing to incorporate, like more fruits and vegetables, doing some of the meals that I make and whatnot. Like not a single thing. It's you know, that's where I think like, oh, maybe I can have an impact. Who the absolute fuck am I impacting? Not a single person. So then I think, why am I even doing this? I do it for the animals, right? Like I can't even go to restaurants, Thai restaurants, and get curries because there's fish sauce in curries. I can't even do it, but everyone else in the fucking world can do it, but me and vegans. I don't know. It's just annoying. That's the thing is like I went to a restaurant before. I had the curry. It had fish sauce in it. I ate it. I go there again. My friends make fun of me like, oh, he's vegan, blah 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 blah. And the person was like, oh, there's fish sauce in our curry, and I was like, gosh, damn it. So I didn't get the curry again. I had to get something else, and the other thing I got was disgusting. It's that's the thing is like this should be a positive experience, and it is. I'm not denying that at all. I mean, I love it. If I didn't love it, I would stop doing it. But I really got to ask myself, why am I? You know, and it is like I will say, it's pretty much, I can say for the animals, but it's like, what the fuck? You go to every single restaurant in America, except for the 0.005% ones that are vegan, and it's just animals. It's nonstop. How do you stop that? How do you stop it? I can't even like. It's like I go to a bar. I can't even say, "Oh, hey, is there honey in that?" In that, like, if I let's say I drink and is there honey? Like, what's in this, dude? Just take the fucking shot. That's what they say. Just take the fucking shot, dude. I'm like, well, there could be fucking honey in it, so I don't take it, right? It's look, I'm just bitching. This is a fucking bitch episode by MP. But for real though, I'm just being honest about how I feel about it. And if you don't like that, then you can tell me. Like for real, it's almost as if, you know, you have to be in like a vegan community to actually have no downsides to it. Like even people that might be fruit, like I mean, I'm not saying that I'm having a hard time. Like I'm really not. I'm just bitching about like this stuff that's annoying with it all. And like just some of the hardships that I go through. But I'm still doing it. I'm still here. But what I'm saying is that, if I was down on Miami fruit, like look at how easy it is. It's so easy. You're pretty much in like a vegan community, and that's all anyone does. We go out to restaurants that are pretty much mainly vegan, or we go to Thai restaurants where we know that there's no fish sauce in the fucking curries. um, and that's another thing too, is like you see a lot of vegans and they don't have friends. Like they don't. I don't know. I think that's just an assumption. Yeah, it's probably just bullshit. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but it does like take you out of this world almost. to some extent. And you're the outcast. It's weird. I get it. It's like I go to any if I go to anything, I have to bring food. I have to, or else I'm not gonna be able to eat. Because I can't go up to the server and be like, hey, is this vegan? Is there like fucking eggs and butter and dairy in this, or what's in that? It's almost like it's almost like disrespectful now. And this may be hard to explain to people, but it is like you could just say that it's so easy, and it's just not. It's really not. But I mean, I feel fucking good though, and I love what I eat. That's the thing though, is like I'll go to a restaurant, I don't care. I'll eat a salad and fries. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I don't need anything else. You know? I'm at my buddy's house the other day, and there's like they actually had nuts there. Then they had nutcrackers. And I was eating nuts, like legit actual like raw nuts. You crack the nut and you eat it. It was really good. And that was like the only thing I could eat there. Fortunately, I bought a salad though. Ate the salad. But even still, there's all these like there's this some treats that are there that are homemade that the mom made, and oh, I don't want to say it's disrespect, but it's almost like it's oh, you're not eating my food that I made. It's disrespectful, you know. And that's like sort of kind of how I see it, but I'm sure from a different perspective, it's also like they should respect my values, and what I believe in. And they do, for sure. But I really wanted to get people's thoughts on, someone like, what's her name? Mikhaila Peterson, I think. I watched like a video on her, and she's on the lion diet. She's only eating like red meat, lamb, and something else. Beef, maybe. And it's just crazy because she's like the most beautiful female in the world. Like her skin's so clear. Like her lips pop. Like you can just tell she looks really healthy in that regard. Yet there's people on the internet who are like, you know, saying eat a fruit. Like you have to eat fruit to detox your body. Get rid of all the bullshit in your side. And there's a mucoid plaque. And it just makes you think that there's fucking so much bullshit out there that people say. And they're just, it's not like an example like that. It makes you think like, what the fuck's the truth about what anyone says on here? You know? So I would really be interested in hearing what people like Joey Carbstrong or Earthling Ed or Vegan Lifting Logic, those kind of guys, what they would have to say about someone like Mikhaila Peterson. Like she was dying. She was depressed. And eating that way has saved her life. That's like what I really want to see. And you could be like, oh, well, she didn't do a juice fast, or she didn't do, a fruit only diet, or this. But I feel like it's easier to maintain weight, to maintain muscle mass, to maintain health, eating a meat based diet versus a fruit based, like eating only meat versus eating only fruit. Like I would argue that honestly the person eating only meat would potentially look healthier and better. And I hate saying that, but like actually look like a human being and not just look like some starved person because they're only eating fruit. You know, it just really, it just makes you think. Huh. I saw a guy who I follow on Instagram, and he posts a lot of good stuff. He's a doctor, like real into studies and this and that. And he put something up about like Cheerios, being healthier than eggs, I think. And it was just so funny, like seeing what people were saying on there, like the comments and stuff. I don't know. A lot of this stuff makes you just wonder. It really does. Like the plant-based people think that the keto and carnivore people are gonna like die soon within a couple years because of heart disease and all this kind of stuff. I'm not like laughing it's because it's funny, but I don't know. Like what's actually gonna happen? Is saturated fat the main cause of cardiovascular disease and clogging your arteries and stuff? Yet the keto and carnivore people will say no, it's not. You know, but I do definitely side way more with the plant-based people on that, no doubt about it. Oh shit. But 5 years since I've been doing this. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep balling. You know, this is a bit of a more chill episode here. Relaxed, hanging out. Um, what else though? What else should I bring up here? Discussing my, 5 year anniversary. Even though technically it's a lie because I had fish sauce. It is crazy that like you just can't get away with shit. Like they put animal products in everything. It's horrible. It's sad. Like why? Like why? Why do they have to do that? That's what's so confusing about this all is that the shit they add, dude. I mean, it's in everything. It's kind of nasty too. Like when it's in the product, it's not as gross, I guess. But I was at the store yesterday, and I'm looking. I'm like, even thinking to drink the milk, it just sounds kind of gross. Like I'd rather have soy milk. Like I don't know, just gross. Oh my gosh. Um, Something else that's hard too is like you want to take someone out on a date, and you really got to be picky about what you get and what you eat. And I like stuff I think about, is oh well, what if it's like I'm hanging out with our family and they make food and nothing's vegan. Like, what do I do? I mean, really, what do I do? I go to a Christmas party, and fortunately, the girl there, one of my best friend's wife, she made me something vegan. And I was like, damn, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Going on the way to do that for me. Appreciate that. And I mean, he's my boy, so it's like not that big of a deal, right? But just to even think to do that for me, I'm so thankful for it. It's also like, wow, you're an asshole. Like, just eat the food that they make you. Don't, you know, like, why are you gonna make it hard on everybody? Even my mom for Christmas, she was like, it's really hard doing this for you because it is true. I mean, it is true though. Like, you got to go all around and look for like these fucking vegan cheeses and stuff and all this kind of stuff. And you got to question everything. You got to look at every single ingredient. I mean, I guess it's as harder as easy as you make it, right? And the vegan cheeses are more expensive, like I talked about early in the episode. It's just, I don't know. Vegan agenda though. Vegan agenda. But yeah, no, I really do think about that kind of stuff. Like I have kids and they're at a birthday party and I'm like, hey honey, hey son. You can't eat that because of this. But daddy, like everyone else is eating it. Like, what am I gonna do? Fucking bring my own cake for my kid for someone else's birthday party so that they can eat it because it's vegan? Like, I talk about real life shit on here, you know? People who post shit on here, they just make it seem like everyone can do it, and they can't. And they're unrealistic as shit. And it's annoying. Yet I actually talk about real life stuff. Yet no one's gonna listen, which is fine. It's all good. Um, and maybe I do just need someone to talk to about this so that we can come to some conclusions, you know. But yeah, and then someone sent me a podcast. I didn't listen to it, but they talked about how there's people in the Congo, I think. There's like little kids and little, I was gonna say little boys, but I guess little kids that are still little boys. They're like digging for cobalt, and that cobalt's used for, I guess, stuff here in the US or products here in the US. And that's another thing too, is that we exploit humans on a daily basis. What about like iPhone, Apple? So wait, I'm a vegan, but I support Apple? That's hypocritical on my part, right? Isn't it? I mean, you don't think that there's millions or thousands of Asians that are being exploited to create these products, but we don't care about them. Vegans don't care. We just care about the animals, I guess. It's almost like I'm shitting on myself. I don't know. It's just it's more. I guess I just gotta listen to more Earthling Ed and Joey Curvstrong to see what they had to say about that kind of stuff. But I mean, trust me, people. I know what goes on out there in those industries. It's sad as shit. It's horrible. Factory farms, slaughterhouses. Even thinking about it, it's so sad. And like when you actually question it to people, you can't. But when you do, it's a fight. It's an argument. You can't bring it up to them to know where their food comes from. But it's also like, well, my food comes from our factory because I drink soy milk. I mean, there's just so many questions you can ask. But yeah, I do think like the human exploitation is something that, we're all I don't know, I'm not sure the word I'm looking for, but we all buy into that. All of us, we're all being exploited. So this is more of a visceral episode here. We're really talking about deep stuff about my 5 year quote unquote vegan end quote anniversary. It just really makes you think, you know. So if anybody wants to, I'd be more than happy to sit down here with you and talk about this kind of stuff. I wish I had a podcast co-host to do that with, but I don't. So, um, but yeah, let me know. Um, this is the last Hungry People episode for a while. I'm not gonna be doing the podcast anymore. Um, I want to break. I want to relax. I want to chill, even though that's not true at all, because I'm just gonna be doing something else other than, like I've just been doing so much shit. So, and I like work every second to get the podcast in. So I'm just gonna, fill the void with something else. Some other kind of work. But Hungry People is gonna come to a close for now. I'm still gonna pay for the podcasting site. so that the podcast will still be up. Still gonna be on the YouTube channel. I actually want to focus more on more short form content so that people actually may watch it. I want to do reaction videos and stuff. So I'm still gonna be posting on here, mainly on YouTube, not on the podcasting sites. But I um I still want to post. So I'm gonna be in Florida in January here for a little bit. Yeah, I'll put some videos down there. But yeah, it sucks. And it is sort of sad, but um it is what it is. You'll still see me on here though. I'll still be posting and stuff. So but um I'd actually be interested to see my blood test to see what's going on in there. That would be good to know. Good to learn about. See how I'm doing. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I I think to close up here, the goal should be to reduce the most harm possible, right? So if I go to a restaurant, let's say I go to a steakhouse with my friends because they want me to go and I'm their best friends, and I get fries and maybe they have like rice or something or a potato, baked potato. Cost $10 for a baked potato. But I go there and I pay for food from that restaurant. I mean, really any restaurant, you could say. It doesn't matter. It's not like it has to be a steakhouse. I just kind of said that. Let's say I go to Red Robin or I go to Wendy's or I go to I went to this place called Pusidi's Garden, Thai food restaurant. Or if I go to an Asian restaurant and I pay them for vegan food, right? I'm still paying that restaurant. I'm giving that restaurant money and supporting that restaurant. And what are they going to do? They're just going to keep buying the same stuff they buy. So what do they buy? You know, mainly animal products, because that's all anyone ever buys. So is it like hypocritical to go to these kind of restaurants? It just really makes you question everything. I think what's really keeping me on this path is that I do feel good and I feel like my energy is just it's there, man. And I have no reason to I guess I do have reasons, but I just have pretty good results, you know. So, um, you know what? I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there. So, please, if you have any comments or questions, you know, leave it down in the comment section below. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have, and so we can have a nice conversation about this. But I feel like this should have been, you know, a more oh, veganism's the best, this and that. But I'm just realistic as fuck. And there's a lot of hardships that go into it. And yeah, there's obviously a lot of positives. But um it's funny because I went to a restaurant with my remember my carnival uncle one, and he was like, all right, so like list me out like why is Like, why is being vegan better than anything else? Like, why should I be vegan? Like, what are the benefits? I don't even think I gave an answer. I think I was just laughing and was like, oh, really gonna do that, dude? I think what a lot of it is that people could really benefit from a vegan diet for a period of time. There's zero question. Everyone could. Everyone should because, they're overweight, they're sick, they're addicted to alcohol, they do drugs, all this kind of shit. But, you know, you ask how'd they get there, right? How'd they get to that point? And is it the animal products that was causing all that? Or was it the fact that they didn't sleep? They're drinking energy drinks all day, they're drinking coffee all day, they're not actually eating dense foods. And I think that's the thing is that a lot of the vegans want to do is they want to blame the animal products for all these people's health issues, which I'm not saying that that's not a part of the issue. I definitely think it's an accelerating factor in it, but I do think that you can get away with more, especially in regards to your weight, if you would limit animal products versus just fucking shoving in everything animal products like most people do. So I really firmly do believe that a lot of people could benefit from a plant-based diet, but what most people could do or what most people could benefit from is just getting enough sleep at night and resting and recovering and to stop drinking alcohol and do their best to limit drugs and to actually eat whole foods. It's funny saying that because I'm actually here not eating a whole food right now. And I'm drinking refined sugar essentially. Even though it's apples and oranges only, it's not a whole food. But it's from whole ingredients though. But it's still refined sugar. So, um, yeah. Um, hmm. But yeah, podcast. I'm just my buddy was fucking trying to call me right there, and it messed me up. Uh, I do think that getting Whole Foods though, and he was much better. Now I'm just fucking talking. Anyways, I'm done here. So guys, that's it. I'm gonna be on my merry way. Uh, just be ready for reaction videos and more short form content and stuff like that. So without further ado, stay up, be great. Always keep it 100, baby.